Hello everyone, and I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request, we've got All Might 16. 1 hour ago. Yo, Cap, he's young. Could you test the effectiveness of using autopilot during air-to-air refueling? So all the different aircraft in DCS have different autopilots that can have different functionality. Primarily, the Su-33 does have an autopilot type setup that you can use for air-to-air refueling. Now, I'm not going to show that today because I've got a whole video of that. If you go into the Su-33 playlist, and it shows you how to do a tutorial of that. So what we can show is the F-18 Hornet, which is the most used module out there. That's probably going to be the most used. So we're going to try using the Hornet to refuel on a tanker that's going in a straight line. Now, it's not always that easy. Sometimes they're going to go around in an orbit. That's how we do them because they use up less room. But just to make it easy, a straight line. And we're going to look at the possibility of using the automatic throttle control in a Hornet, the elevation control in terms of a barometric, altitude, autopilot, and possibly the use of an azimuth pilot, a heading select and or attitude autopilot standby. First, we'll just try the auto throttle and then use our stick for up, down, left, right commands. So I'm going to unpause now. So just want to put the thing in the thing first of all, and then I want to push in a little bit. Right.
He says 300.
Okay, I've got autopilot hold on. The thing is, I'm going too fast. It's going to be impossible to get it just right. So I'm going to try and get perfectly speeded to him. So I'm not moving forwards nor backwards. It's going to be really hard. How about that? No, I'm not happy there. There. Autopilot on. Okay, I've got my ATC on again. Oh, okay, it's kind of working. I'm no longer touching my throttle. I'm only touching my stick.
Got it.
Yeah, it works. I'm sitting there refueling with autopilot on, with ATC on. How about that?
Nice.
Now let's see if it goes wrong at some point. At some point, eventually it's going to catch the carrier up. Sorry, to catch the tanker up, or vice versa. I think it's slowly catching it up. So I'm going to come off the throttle now.
I don't think it's, speed's consistent.
So I'm back on manual control. It works for a few seconds, RC, but then eventually you catch the tank. Oh, hello. You catch the tanker up, or you get too far away from the tanker. So it's only useful for a few seconds, which begs the question of what's the point of using ATC?
For this, I don't think there is a point because your speed's dynamic. It's dynamic.
I'm going to try it again. Ah, bugger. Can't get it in that bloody hole now. I'm in again. Just trying to settle it so we're absolutely perfect. Do you know what speed you've got in that?
I've got about 320.
Okay. I'm going to try 324. That's what I'm going to try.
No, maybe not 320.
Right, no,
yeah.
Too fast.
Maybe 323.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
Okay, I've got a 323, 324. Oh, fill up. Right, I think that's that myth busted. That's just stupid. You can do it for about 20 seconds, but to be honest, it's probably more stressful than just throttling yourself. So next we need to try the other type of autopilots, the barometric and the headings. We're going to go autopilot. We've got attitude, which I don't think we want. We've got heading select, which I don't think we want. We've got barometric auto. Barometric will do, won't it? It'll keep our height at least.
Yep.
Now we don't know what the exact heading of the tanker is. It won't be a perfect degree figure. It'll be a floating point. So heading, I think, is actually going to be useless, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And this will be the same problem with all F-16, A-10, everything. We're all going to have the same problem. We can try barometric at least. Then we go try barometric control. Right. I'm going to get just the right altitude, and then I'm going to let the altitude thingy come on. Autopilot. Okay. And when the autopilot's on, I still will get a tiny bit of tuning control, which will be useful. Okay, I'm going to try putting it on now. It's on. Barometric control is on. I've now got control of the roll. Oh, this might work.
So your autopilots are working now, right?
Yeah, there is certain conditions where it won't work, but okay. So we get a tiny bit of up control.
Ready for contact.
Ah, I did it just slightly too low. Man, it's gone off. God damn it! Just turning the bloody thing on is going to be really hard, like you said.
That's the problem.
Come on, nose down a bit. Okay, I've got barometric on again. Let's give it another go. It's not very good bloody autopilot, is it? It bloody took me up. What's the point of that? You just press it for the altitude that you want, don't you? Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, you just, whatever altitude you want, once you press it, it should hold it.
Okay, I've got barometric hold on again, valued humans. So tempting to do the altitude myself. Slot him in. Hey, that was really easy. This works. Technically, this should work going on a curve as well. So I'm only got to worry about my roll now and my throttle. And I could try ATC, so I'll have roll and throttle done. I'll just try and get it right. Okay, I've got ATC on now. No, that wasn't quite right. Right, I've got ATC on now at 324. No, that's too fast. It's certainly much easier like this. How are you finding it? Never figured.
Get the basket here.
Never thought of this before.
It's hard because I have to take my hands off to do it.
Yeah, that was so getting set up was
And
quite hard.
It's easier for me to just fuel with my hands than the
Tell you what.
autopilot.
Oh, hang on, I'm drifting out. I reckon it's so easy.
I
Watch
wouldn't
this.
recommend this for anybody that's learning.
No. Watch this, valued viewers. It's so easy, I can do this. And refuel. Watch it won't work now. I just did an F3 and I'm still refueling. And I've come off there. Right. That for me, once you got set up, was actually really easy, which is not expected at all, I must admit. And watch RC. You can't really do, like I said, I can't really do a heading select because you can never set it perfectly. It's always going to deviate slightly left or right. And to be honest, from the feel of that, you didn't really want to anyway. It was already super easy like that. And automatic throttle control doesn't really work because it's impossible to keep it at the right integer because obviously what he's flying is not that perfect integer. That's how at least it feels.
Yeah. I'm having a hard
doesn't
time
like
just switching to it, so
RC doesn't
you
like it.
can go with the autopilot, I'll go with the hand flying.
Okay, I'll have one more go with the autopilot and then...
Every time I go to switch it, it comes off the basket.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm doing it differently. I'm switching it before you go to the basket, is what I'm doing. So, all you have to do is just you put your velocity vector on it, hold it still as you can from a few feet back, then quickly get the barometric hold on, and then just drive it into the thing. Takes a little bit to get it all hooked up right, but... Okay, I'm barometric hold on. Drive it in.
So what does this gain you?
It just adds. It's just a little bit easier once you're hooked in like that. All I've got to do is throttle and axis. Throttle and roll. So it doesn't gain you anything in the long run. It's just a cheeky little trick you can do. I never thought it would work, but I'm sitting here with autopilot on, and it's miles easier. Again, I'm going to try an F3. No way you could do an F3 without autopilot on. I'm still, I fell back. There you go. I think that wraps it up. So, at least on the MPRS with the F18 and probably everything, barometric hold, as long as it's a good barometric hold, is going to work. Obviously, radar will not work, so don't try and do that. Heading select / attitude, I wouldn't even bother trying because to calibrate it would be impossible. You know, you need a fraction of a degree of roll if it was going in a circle, or you know, just a heading. And the ATC doesn't really work either because again you can't get it. You can't. What's the word? You can't calibrate it perfectly. So that's an interesting concept there. Anything you want to add to that, RC?